Hello, welcome once again. My name remains Okiriki Daniela, and today, very quickly, I'm just going to be sharing with us a true life financial story of how I made about $1,000 and lost it at the same time. Yeah, so just sit down, relax. It's going to be very exciting. So my investment journey began. First off, I've been such a huge fan of investment because I've realized that that is one way to grow your wealth. It's one way to make money to work for you. Investment, and it's like a geometric way to increase your finances. Savings can actually be arithmetic progression, but we see investment that there is geometric um catalysm to increase your wealth. Investment is like the geometric progression to increase your wealth. So you benefit from the compound interest and all of that. And I was going through an article by one of my friends recently, and she said that one of the ways that we can make Nigeria better, Africa better, is by teaching people that money is not just a survival tool, but an investment tool. To help us live a better life with a much more better standard of living. So having said that, and then also another person that greatly inspired me on investment was Ibuku Nawoshika. She's so fond of saying, if you're building for the long term, don't eat your dinner rather in breakfast. And I find that to be very significant. So I've always had this mindset to invest because I want money to work for me. I want to be able to multiply my money and all of that. So I started first of all investing like officially in 2020. I think that was around November. I made some money. I got some money and I wanted to invest it. So around that time there was someone who started an investment company, and I want to say this: make sure that before you go into any investment that it is legally documented. You get your documents, you sign them, make sure that everything is intact. Whether it's a friend, a family member, a relative, or whatsoever, it's good to always allow business be business. Don't mix it up. Really don't. You don't want it to get dirty. So I did all of that. There were papers assigned and all of that. So I was meant to get a particular amount as return on investments every month. And to God be the glory, it was actually smooth. It was meant to run for 6 months. At the end of the 6 months, I get to renew if I want to. So the first 6 months ran very smoothly, and I was so excited about that. So I decided to go for a rerun again. And also around that time, I made some amount of money. It was a huge amount of money at that particular time, and I also wanted to invest it because I saw how the first 6 months ran. It was very cool. It helped me a lot as a student and all of that. So I decided that I was going to invest again. But this time around, there was someone else that was also investing, some other people that I knew, and she was also delivering. It was the same forex that they were investing in. That's the same one that the first guy or company I invested with was also doing. So I decided to split my money. Um, I gave her some parts, and the first month was very smooth. She gave me the return on investment. As agreed, I got it. Very happy. I was very happy about that. So when something has already worked for you, I felt okay. I'm also getting some other money. Why don't I just top up my money with her? Because her own return was actually higher. And around that time, the first person I was investing with was already having a bit of a challenge, meeting up and all of that. So I was like, okay, let me just double with this other person. And I think around then it was already a cumulative of close to $1,000 or about $1,000 using the exchange rate of that time, just about 400 and something. So I decided to um, increase my money with her, and I know that this doesn't happen to just me alone. When you're doing an investment and it's working, so let's say maybe you're getting all the extra money that you're getting, instead of maybe spending it or doing something with it, you now say, okay, do you know what, I want to get more. That's what happens to MMM people then. So when they got their first interest, instead of them to maybe use it to do something they don't want to do, they'll now be like, okay, I'm going to add it, I'm going to add it, I'll be adding it so that, you know, I'll cash out one kind of big money like that. So I actually did that. I wanted to, like, every return to keep adding it and all of that. So, but as God will have it, one particular the day I wanted to talk more money, because that first guy's own was no longer working, and he was still in my capital. It was a long issue. Even up to today, he has not given it to me and all of that. So in that, you know, hurt of trying to recover, or and I said that, okay, I had another amount of money in my account. Why don't I just give it to this guy so that he can help me to give it to this new lady, so that at least I can get from there and cover up for the other one. So that's what I actually did. But before I sent it to her, I felt a check. I had a check in my spirit that was like, you know, that was saying, Daniela, calm down. But I was like, you know, I was in a haste. I was like, I need to recover this money that this guy wants me to lose and all of that. So I just I just sent it to her and all of that. And then, as God will have it, by the next day, I got a report that this other lady too was having issues with her payment, something with CBN and all of that. To say that I was heartbroken was, I don't even know how to really explain the feeling, like how I felt. And so that was how I lost about $1,000 within that season. And the bulk of the money actually came through trading on crypto and all of that. And that was it. So, but I learned some things in regards to that. And one thing is never to make a financial decision when I am under pressure, or when I just went through a loss. You know, that could actually mess up with your emotions, and you just want to do anything just to cover up what you felt like you lost. So in addition to ensuring that you've done your due diligence, and then also another thing is, don't make investments um, with people who don't have assets or like liquidity. Because this is Nigeria, I can actually tell you for a fact that a lot of people or investment companies who actually went into that, some of them actually went with very pure motives to actually get money and help people multiply their money and all of that. But if you've been very observant now, the kind of financial regulations that we have in Nigeria are very unstable. One time it was people investing through fintech that were suspended, those on bamboo, I think for about 6 months and all of that, all their stocks and all of that. And so we've had like different multiple financial regulations that I don't even know where they're coming from, and it doesn't favor any investor. It's also true that some investment companies actually also start with that scam mindset to just collect people's, siphon people's money and run away with it. But amongst many of those, there are actually a few people who can be trusted. But for your own good, don't invest into companies that don't have assets or liquidity, so that in worst case scenario they can always sell those things and, you know, offset those bills. And most importantly, what I learned is to invest in myself. Wow, that is an investment that can never ever go wrong, because you are an entity. And once, I don't know why sometimes we actually underlook, I mean, ignore investing in ourselves. Any investment you make in yourself will pay you future dividends. And as God will have it, stepping into this year, when the Lord was laying some of the emphasis on investment that He gave to me was to invest in myself and to invest in people. And that is what I have tried my best to do this year. So I'm putting it out to you also. Take that online course, invest in your network, take that certification program, advance in your education, in your place of work, add skills and all of that. And also, as members of a third continent, of a third class world, a third continent, you need to invest in how you write and how you speak, your written and your oral communication. One thing you have to know is that people we are in the 21st century, so many times people get to see maybe a pitch or something you've written down or something. That is one way, on social media and all of that. People first of all judge you based on how you write, based on how you communicate, your mannerism and all of that. So you really do not have any excuse to be shy and not invest in how you speak, in how you write. That is one skill that can really, really help you to sell yourself properly in this 21st century. So I found myself doing more of that, read books, invest in yourself, invest in your mind, invest in your circle of friends. When we talk about investments, don't just be always so quick to think about which land should I buy, who should I give money and then they'll give me return, who should I do this. Those things are good, but I have a plan, a short-term and a long-term plan. Landed property is something that I am going to go very big on, and I'm even on some of them already through favor. This one is story for another day. So, but in the midst of all of that, have short-term plan, long-term plans to invest in yourself, how you look, how you communicate, invest in people around you, invest in your business, invest in your projects, invest in these things, because sometimes this, when you do this investment, it actually translates into your confidence level. So you see that you're now more self-confident, and this self-confidence can actually translate into influence and affluence. So yeah, so this is my own investment story, and currently I am at that place where I am investing majorly in myself and in people around me, and also building frameworks that can help me to invest better in landed properties and in the stock market and all of that in the medium term and on the long term. So thank you very much. I'm still going to be doing more videos on investments, investing in stocks and all of that. But I just really wanted to put it out there, even as we begin a new month. Don't wait until 2023. Start now to invest in yourself. Yes, take that course of 200,000 naira, of $1,000, of $5,000, as long as you can invest it, and make sure that you're learning from the right coaches, the right mentors. Pay yourself, take yourself out, look good, invest in yourself, in how you speak, and you're surely going to thank me later. Thank you very much. My name remains Okereke Daniela Amaka. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to comment. And also feel free to share this video. Thank you. Bye.